Good morning. To look, it's Saturday, June 20th. It's about 7:45. Um, I forgot to say goodnight last night, which, you know, I ended up, I'm still trying to wake up right now, I think. I got quite a bit done yesterday with the books. Yesterday was all about the books, and I was going to finish up last night I was going to work on my table area because it's totally covered with things right now, because as I've been unpacking stuff, a lot of the book boxes had just random things off of my work area and off the bookshelves kind of tucked in there, since boxes of books can get so heavy. And I think I had 14 boxes of books that I unpacked yesterday. And the sad thing is that I know that I still have some at the house. And it's kind of funny because as I've been unpacking things, some weird thing will come to my mind, and it's like, well, I wonder where that's at. I haven't unpacked it yet. So I kind of had that a couple times yesterday, thinking, okay, I know that I need something, and I really have no idea where it's at. It's somewhere in a box. But I got all the books unpacked yesterday, and last night I was going to work on my work area and try to get that started to put away. And my oldest daughter messaged me, and she ended up coming over, I don't know, around 11, and she stayed and talked until about 2 o'clock. So I didn't get to bed until after 2:30, which is pretty, I hate to say, has been pretty much the norm this week. I have been staying up too late, working in my area and just cleaning and putting things away. I was thinking about it last night, and I'm sure a lot of it is that I'm just trying to keep myself busy, especially at night. I do okay during the day. Today is fine. Yesterday was, out of all my days so far, yesterday was the day that I was probably most aware of how much I was missing seeing my kids during the day. So yesterday was kind of tough. And I know that at night I feel it worse, and I'm not used to being at home alone by myself, especially overnight. And so I tend to start working even harder as soon as it gets to be nighttime, just to kind of distract my brain, I'm sure, about just everything. So I have been staying up until after 2 every night, and then getting up about 6:30 or so. I got up at 6:30 this morning. So my coffee is really strong, and I didn't mean to make it as strong as I did, but it's really strong this morning. So I kind of percolated it a little bit too long. So I might be shaking later from it, but so yeah, I have my work area to do today, and I think my goal is I'm getting things finished today. I'll just put it that way. I've been taking my time and going through things, and now with what's left, I think I can knock it out pretty quick. With all the books, I know that there are some in there that I can purge out, but last night I just wanted to get them out of the boxes and on the shelves. So later, I don't know, maybe even tomorrow or later this week, I'm gonna go through the books and really look at them and decide what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep. And yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with that. I've got my little notepad. I've got a notepad today because I know that things are going to kind of start piling up. Today's my last full day and night without the kids, and so I want to make sure I have everything all ready for them when they get to come back tomorrow night. So I've got my notepad. I feel like I need to put it on a little lanyard and keep it hung around my neck with a pin. Because if I don't write anything down right now, as soon as it pops into my head, then it just completely falls out. So, um, I definitely this morning I'm feeling just a lot of, I know I have a lot of things that I need to do. So, um, if I don't write it down and kind of set my day in my head how I want it to be, I know I'm gonna forget things. So anyways, let's go to my room and I'll show you what all I've gotten done, and then I am gonna get busy because it's already almost 8 o'clock. So, oh, and last night I forgot to say goodnight. Did I say that already? I don't even remember. Oh, I forgot to say goodnight last night. So yesterday's video just kind of ends, and with bird song. Actually, I was in my room and all of a sudden I heard this cardinal, and it was so loud I thought it might have been just even sitting right here. So that's what that video at the end was all the birds that were singing last night. So it was absolutely beautiful last night. It is gorgeous today. It's I think it's about 65 is what the temperature was when I checked a few minutes ago. So it's gonna be not super hot today, which is nice, and it'll be a good day to just get things done. So, all right, let's go see my room. Okay, so in here, I got all those books. There were boxes of books over here. So I got all that done. Those 2 boxes there are things for the Goodwill. So I'm gonna grab this basket. I might be able to use this. These are all some of my cookbooks. So I pretty much have this room done and my kitchen's done. I think I'll be getting the TV today, and here we go. All right, so it's looking a little, I have to put my notepad here so I don't forget it. It's looking a bit different in here now. Look at this. Wow, walking in here now, I'm just kind of like, wow. Okay, so obviously all of those boxes are gone. So that was piled high with boxes yesterday. And my piles of things that need to be put away are getting smaller. The past few days, my bed has been completely covered every day. So I guess all of it just kind of ended up over here. So that is a hot mess, and that is what I get to tackle today. So this, by tonight, is going to be nice. Excuse me, nice and put away and shiny and just ready to go. So my buffet is coming together. I imagine I'll be moving things around on it here and there just as I kind of figure out more what I want to do with that. But the biggest thing that I got done was the books, and that was quite an adventure. My husband brought over this shelf last night. So I have 2 this size and 1 this size. This one's a little bit bigger. It's about I don't know, it's about 5 inches wider than the other ones. So yesterday I had 2 of these. I don't even remember last time I showed you if I only had 1 sitting there or if I had moved 2 in there. But I started with just only having 1 there. And as I started putting books away, I was like, there's just no way this is going to work. I have too many books. I knew I had books at home. I just kind of started thinking about things, and I realized that I am putting things from my house from, I had things in the basement. I had things in the living room. I had things in my bedroom and then in my studio. So I'm moving, my things, all my books, just stuff like that from 4 different rooms into this one space. So after I kind of realized that, because at first I started to panic, I thought, my room here is bigger than my studio. I have this piece of furniture, which is huge, and I'm running out of space. How could that even be possible? It was like everything that I'd brought from my studio, it started to feel like it had just exploded and had doubled in size. And for some reason, I just wasn't able to make things work the way that I had. And then I just started thinking about it. It's like, wait a minute, I'm moving, you know, four rooms of scattered items into one room with only actually one extra piece of storage, which is my buffet. So after I started thinking about that, I knew for sure that I needed to have 2 bookshelves over here. So since I didn't have the big one, I went ahead and took the one that was in my closet. I took it out and I put it in here, and I had 2 of them sitting side by side right there. So I unpacked all of those books and had them all on there last night. It was probably about, it was about 10. And I had all the books on there, and I turned and looked at it, and I was like, I still needed more space for books, and I knew that I had more at home. And honestly, I just didn't like the way that it looked with them side by side. So I took all of the books back off. I took one of the small ones, moved it back in the closet, took the big one that was in the hallway and moved it here, and decided to put them in the corner like that. And I really like that a whole lot better. I like how it looks a whole lot better just in that space in that corner. And it gave me a lot more area for more books since this one is wider. So that was a whole lot of fun, taking those books off and on and off and on. But I'm really glad that I took the time to do that, because I like it like this a whole lot better. So it's a lot of everything. Down on the bottom, these 2 bottom shelves, the bottom shelves on both bookshelves are all books that I get images from for collage. And then these are all pretty much craft books. These are just regular, like, self-help type books. And then I have a lot of reading books, a lot about faith. And these right here, just old vintage books for collage. So that will be full by the time that I get the rest of my books. And then I just really kind of need to start going through things and getting rid of the ones that I don't want, don't need. I grabbed my printer. Yesterday I remembered that I have my printer that I have to find space for. I have no idea where I'm going to place that. A lot of this stuff is just random things that I need to, kind of figure out what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to get one of those, maybe 2 of those under the bed roller carts to put under there so I can utilize that space. And I don't know. I still have my sweaters and things like that, so I might just put those under there. Since it's summer, I'm not going to need them for a while. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and here's where I get to start today. As far as the buffet, let's see here, let's turn it on. It's got lights. So I've just I don't know if this is the way I'm going to keep it, but this is what I've got going on right now. I took my paints out of the drawer units. I had all of my paints in these 2 units. I didn't like the way that they looked sitting on the edge here. The little drawer units were too large to place underneath. So at first I thought I might set them here on this corner. I really want to try to keep my area as open as I can and not have a lot of things on it. I work a lot better when I have this space clear. I, in the past, have always tended to just kind of start adding more and more things on it, to where each side just kind of would start getting in farther and farther. So I really want to try to focus on making sure that my work area is as open as possible so that I have space to spread things out. So when I went to my house yesterday to grab a couple of things, I saw these white plastic containers that I had in my kitchen cabinets that were organizing food and stuff. So I thought, you know what, those would be perfect for storing things in here. So I decided to go ahead and place my paints in there. So I've got them divided up just by color. It's really not any different than how I had it in the drawer. In the drawer, they were just all kind of tossed in there. The only thing is that I'll have to be careful taking these in and out because they're not very sturdy. And this is actually pretty heavy, but it fits in there perfect. I have to kind of push it in a little bit. Oh, that one doesn't want to go back in. But they are in there. All my paints. So there's my paints. And for now, here's just some journals. I don't know if those will stay in there. A lot of these are, some of these are empty ones that I haven't really done anything with. So this might be kind of wasting some space. I might just tuck this under here. But these are all journals that I, a lot of these that I'm actively working in. So here's my little unit that has my words and phrases in it that I've got all organized. Let's see, this is the washi tape, washi, and then I've got my paint pens and my my aqua markers. So these were in one of the drawers with the paints. So I just pulled the drawer out of the unit and it's fit in there. So I just left it exactly like it is. I believe I've got space. So I've got space down here that's still open. So I'm gonna try to use that the best way that I can. And then as far as the closet, on this shelf, this is kind of, I am almost half tempted to try to find, you know what, I might have something. I don't know if, I think I might have a bookshelf at the other house. Just a short bookshelf to put in this space so that I can use this space the best also. I've got those 25 bins of rubber stamps at the house that I need to put away. I have a feeling most of those will go, I will stack those up here on top. I can rearrange my fabric. Those bins all have fabric in them. So, and I have this up here too. So I have upper storage for things that I'm not ready to, things that I need to sort through. I need to sort through those stamps and figure out what to do. I have my other sewing machine that I need to bring over. I might put my printer in here, just someplace, because I don't need to keep it out. I don't use it enough to where I need to keep it out, but I need to have it so it's accessible. Let's see. So just journals. All these are journals, books that I'm working in. Some of this are things for my shop, and then I've got all my scrapbook paper that I need to place somewhere. I don't know if I want to use that bottom shelf for it or not. All of this is the recycled paper that I have been collecting from the school, and I use that from where I work, and I've been using that to make journals that I'm selling in my shop. So yeah, that's where we're at. So I have been talking, gosh, for almost 12 minutes now, so I'm going to get off. I am going to get busy. It's 8 o'clock. Oops. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock. So, I really, really, really want to get this done. So I will check in with you all in a little bit. And when I do, it just might be the final reveal. So I'm going to get busy. Okay. Well, I did it. I got done. It took 4 days? 4 days of working nonstop, pretty much nonstop. So, all I have left is the closet. I need to figure out what I want to do in there. I think I'm gonna get a shelf or something. I need to have something in there to help make the most of that space, and so I can stack things up and things like that. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about that. I really don't want to go buy anything. I don't know if there's anything at the house that's not being used that I can take and use for that. Or I'll go to the Goodwill first and see if I can find something that'll work for that. But I just have those few things to get. I need to, well, I have to go get all the rubber stamps, all those bins of rubber stamps that I have. I know I have at least 2, maybe 3 more boxes of books. And besides that, I think that's it. There's still other things over there that I need to get and need to unpack and find a place to put here, and it's to the point to where I'm going to start using some of the closet space, some of the kids' closet space. They have really, really big closets because I have all of our family photos from the past 28 years, and I have 5 kids, and I have thousands of pictures, and all of those are in plastic bins and things like that. So I need to kind of start branching out a little bit with where I'm going to place things. I have room, it's just going to be not all in my space. So tomorrow I'll probably try to work a bit in the closet, just a little bit. I need to get ready for my kids. My kids are going to be coming home tomorrow, so tomorrow night it'll be their first night here. So that's another reason why I've been working so hard, is because I want things to be just nice and calm and comforting and soothing whenever they get here, because I know it's been a crazy week, and I just want it to be nice and peaceful for everybody. So tomorrow I need to go to the store. Today I kind of got a menu together and for meals to cook for them this week. I'm fine with eating the same thing every day. I could make a big pot of like curry on Sunday, and I could eat it every day of the week. So I'm not worried about myself as far as cooking. But for them, I need to be sure that I get some, fixed meals every night. So I got my menu done and the grocery list. So to go to the store tomorrow and just kind of get things all ready for them. So that's really exciting. I cannot wait to see them. I miss them terribly. I know they're fine and I know they're okay. But it's been difficult. So I don't know if there was anything else that I was going to talk about. It's just kind of been a day. It's kind of been a week. It hasn't been bad, but it's been long. So I think I'm going to it's 9:30. I woke up at about 6:30, so I'm not going to go to bed, but I think I might just kind of hang out and relax tonight. I did make my first official meal this evening. It was pretty, well, I almost set the fire alarm off. I'll just say that. I'll leave it at that. It's a new stove that I've never used before, so I'm not comfortable with, I don't know, like, the temperatures, how hot it gets and how things like that. At home, of course, I knew where the best place to put the temperature to saute vegetables or whatever, and so I kind of had the pan a little hot and my oil started smoking, so I was afraid I was going to set the alarm off. So that would have been my next just wonderful new thing to experience. So, but I did cook dinner, so my first dinner here. It just took me all week to finally make myself dinner, but I made ramen, and I went to Fresh Thyme this evening and got you know, snow peas and mushrooms and bean sprouts, and I got some smoked tofu and some bok choy, and what else did I get? Carrots, just things like that. So that's what I had for dinner, and I have a ton left, so I'll be eating that for the next couple of days. So, but it was really good, and I didn't set the fire alarm off, so that's a plus. The other wonderful thing that I did, which is silly, is and embarrassing, and I guess a learning experience for someone in a hotel. It kind of feels like a hotel. Every now and then I have to tell myself that this isn't a hotel, that this is like life now. You know, since it's walking up and down the stairs to get to my room and down a hallway to get to my apartment and things like that, it's kind of, every now and then it feels like I'm at a hotel and I have to say, no, you know, this is not a hotel. This is like life now for a while. But I totally lost my train of thought. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh my gosh. Oh, the other night. So the other night I needed to run out to my car, and so I ran out to my car. And as soon as I got to my car, I realized that I had left my keys in my apartment. And luckily I had my phone. And I had forgotten to lock my car. So I popped open the back of my car and sat in my car in the back, and I figured I'd sit there for a little bit and see if anybody showed up. And thank goodness about 5 minutes later, another resident showed up, and so they let me in. But that was really embarrassing, and I just thought, well, I guess this is a rite of passage, because, you know, I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. It would have been better if it had happened in the daytime instead of the nighttime. But yeah, so that was a new experience. So every day it's been something totally new. I got my internet today, and because of all the stuff that's going on, they don't send workers out to your house, and so I got all of that in a box and had to set all that up on my own, which I did. I got it done. So yeah, every day is learning something new, and a new experience, and seeing things differently. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys are doing wonderful. Thank you again for all of your comments and all of your support. And from here on, well, tomorrow I'll do a tour. I'll do a walkthrough of my whole space. And then after that, you know, I'll probably just cut these down to once a week or so. Next week, I'm not quite sure what it's going to be like. There's good, well, I'll be traveling. I'm going to be going home, going home to Springfield, Missouri. That's where I'm from. And for my nephew's funeral service. So I'm not sure exactly when yet, but I know that will be next week. So yeah. Anyways, that's a whole another thing. But thanks again for everything. And now that my space is ready and done, I'll be able to start creating again, and I cannot wait. It has been a long time. So I have lots of ideas. I have lots of things that I want to share with you. Lots of ideas for videos. I hopefully would like to start doing live streams once a week. I just have, you know, I've been keeping a list for probably 2 months now of just ideas for things to share with you guys. So Thanks again for everything, and I hope you have a good night, and